Hello, and welcome to Syberia, the World Before. Not Syberia 4, the World Before, mind you. I guess they just got tired of putting numbers after it, but this is the fourth game in the series, and as far as I know, it is a direct sequel to the previous one. But just numbers aren't cool, I guess, though maybe this is like a Roman 4 in a cool way. I don't know. So this is a game that I'm kind of just playing out of obligation, I gotta be honest. And if you're someone that loves this game, you may be disappointed. I don't know, we'll see. But I definitely have a bias going into this because I absolutely love Syberia 1 and 2. They were massive games of my childhood. They mean a lot to me. I think they still hold up and are amazing point-and-click games. Syberia 3, on the other hand, not as big of a fan. It was kind of a mess. It was poorly optimized, ran really poorly, it was buggy as hell, the voice acting was very hit or miss, mostly miss in my opinion, and just generally the writing wasn't really my cup of tea, the graphics weren't that great, the areas weren't very memorable. There were a couple of things I liked about Syberia 3, but yeah, like overall it was definitely just a bit of a middling experience with a lot of problems, and it just kind of seems like this one is going into the same sort of vein, where they just kind of have gotten away from the root of Syberia, and now it's more about making a game in the style of, like, I don't know, like Bioshock Infinite, or like Dishonored, or Assassin's Creed, or like that kind of like Bethesda or Ubisoft type writing and characterization, I feel. I'm not sure if that's true at all. Obviously it's a point-and-click game still, it's not like the same in gameplay, but yeah, there's something that's a little lost for me, and we'll see if this one can claw it back. But when we head in here, we get to stare at a lady's face. I don't know why this is the main menu, just start the game and 80% face, okay? And I don't believe that's Kate Walker, the previous protagonist. I think this is someone else. And if we go in here, there's this previously on thing, which I guess we'll watch, and it doesn't take too long. And you might notice, like, the change when they go from Syberia 1 to 2 to then 3. In my opinion, there's kind of a drastic quality drop in Syberia 3, and charm drop, and it just gets kind of ridiculous. If you played any of the previous games, Syberia 3, just things are getting out of hand. This was supposed to be a very, like, small, kind of unimportant story, just a personal story of Kate Walker, and now it's just like the whole of the USA military needs to find Kate Walker or something. Like, it got ridiculous, and it seems like this one kind of follows along with that. But enough talk about that. Again, very biased, and I will say, from just testing it out for a couple minutes, the performance definitely leaves something to be desired from just the first area. We'll see if it gets worse, but it does not seem like a particularly optimized game, and this PC is much better than the one I played Syberia 3 on, so yeah, it doesn't bode well. But show me what you got, Syberia World Before. I hope you can win me over. So let's check out this previously on.
I imagine you are aware of the business that brings me here. My name is Kate Walker. My company is in charge of negotiations for the takeover.
I forget when these games came out, but it was a long time ago. And like, yeah, it looks dated, but still very charming for its time, in my opinion.
Hans Vorarlberg is somewhere in Syberia.
And I do think the voice acting is quite good in these.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Model XC2000. My common name is Oscar.
You said you were a train engineer?
What do you think you're doing, Kate? I wanted updates. I wanted results.
Hey, please!
Olivia, tell me what's going on. I'm well aware that this trip has taken me far from New York and far from the Kate you once knew.
Are you leaving us, Kate Walker?
And you know what surprises me the most?
Also, yeah, mega spoilers for the previous games, obviously.
Take me to Syberia, Kate Walker.
I promise, Hans Varberg.
What news have you got? Kate Walker's gone, far away, into another world.
Yeah, the seed was planted here in Syberia 2, where it just got a little ridiculous that, like, why do they care so much about Kate? We need to get Kate Walker back, even though, like, she had tied off all the loose ends, as far as I know, with the, like, Vorarlberg contract and all of that. She made a choice.
Coming back.
Three months ago, nomads found her dying in northern Siberia. Born in New York in the United States. Walker. Kate Walker. She is very quickly going to become a problem.
Kate Walker will always represent a problem for us, and also for our cause.
Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Just, like, I don't know, man. If you don't get it, you don't get it. But this is a very drastic shift, I feel, in tone.
Sacred lands.
Miss Walker, the Justice Department is looking for you, you know.
I'm not going back to New York with you.
It's a long journey, a very special journey.
Also, yeah, just random Kraken monsters. That's where we're at this point.
Kate Walker, no!
And we got full-on militia with assault rifles coming to kidnap Kate Walker. Almost a year has passed since. Kate is held prisoner in a mine by the militia. Caught up by her past, she is preparing for a new adventure. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Where Syberia 3 kinda went off the rails. Like, this did not need to be that grand of a story. It was just a very, like, down-to-earth. Sure, there were some supernatural-ish elements, but not really that much. That wasn't really the focus. It was just kind of a story about Kate Walker and Hans Vorarlberg, and now it's the US government and military and whatever else. But yeah, let's hop in. I will take a look at the options menu later on, but like at the end of this, but let's just jump in for now and see what this one has to offer. Wagen Musician District. I don't know where Wagen is. It said a small Central European country. I see. Spring 1937. A young woman runs through the streets of Wagen, the capital of a small Central European country. Her name is Dana Rose, and she must arrive on time for a very important event. So you can, like, click this thing. By the way, oh, I just hit my table. I'm using a gamepad for this. I'll show you. I tried the mouse controls. They're very simple. I don't know why we have this here. It looks like you should be able to drag it, but I think this is, like, in future loading screens, maybe we can get, like, 1, 2, 3 and, like, flip through them or something. So, let's get to this. But yeah, we'll talk about controls later. And this is very sad. I did not know that Benoit Sokal, or however you pronounce it, had passed, and that he had apparently worked on this game. It is a game by him, but I guess he passed before the game was finished, which is very sad. Yeah, just like this stuff feels very like Bioshock to me. Bioshock Infinite. I don't know what it is about it. Also, it's kind of weird that there's, like, automatons there. Because wasn't that the whole point, that, like, Vorarlberg was the one that kind of popularized automatons? I'm not entirely sure, like, how this fits into the timeline. Like, I don't remember the year that the original Syberia 1 and 2, like, took place in. And then we get very ominous for some reason. Like, if this is a flashback or something. But yeah, it is a little strange that it's just like normalized automatons running things. That's not quite what I remember the world being like. Ostertal's capital? I don't know. Ostertal? Yeah, so we can use mouse controls, and if we do check the options and controls, it's very simple. There's no keyboard control whatsoever for anything, except like pressing escape, I guess. And then you just right-click and left-click. That's it. There's nothing else. So we can right-click to move the camera around, and we can left-click to walk.
I need to hurry. Frau Beckmann said she will be waiting for me on the square at the top of the main street.
Okay, it seems like my settings have reset. Yeah, they did. Okay, I meant to do this because the voices were quite quiet. So I'll adjust this while editing, and then I do want display name of speaker here. So guess we are looking at the options anyway. I am running everything on max, which I might turn off like chromatic aberration. Guess we're doing the menu talk now, because I didn't realize that all my settings were gone when I like went into a new profile. So oops. And we have these for tutorial, objectives, hints, and daily diary notifications. So I guess I want all those. They're all on by default. We'll see, I guess, if they get like too handholdy or whatever. But yeah, that's it. It's a pretty simple menu. There's not much to talk about, really. But yeah, just the mouse controls feel a little underwhelming. At first I was like, ooh, I like that they're going back to just a straight point and click like feel. But yeah, this clicking feels kind of like unresponsive to me compared to just using a controller and just like walking around. So I feel like I'm probably going to want to use a controller. So I'm going to start off with a controller, and then we'll see, I guess, later on if it turns out.
Big day today. Hey, Dana?
Afraid so, Herr Baumgartner.
I was just going to say, this guy looks like he wants to talk. We might try out the mouse controls later. Oh my god, new objective. Reach the main square.
Herr Baumgartner's bakery. Usually love the place. Everybody does at the academy. But today I'm much too nervous to eat a strudel.
Hurry
oh
along
no.
to the square. You don't want
but
to
you
be
need
late.
your
Not
strudel.
today of all days.
Also, if we go back to point and click, like how would you see this? Yeah, you just have to like scan everything. Okay. Yeah, definitely seems like it's gonna be easier to play on a controller as well, where it's gonna like tell you, hey, there's something to look at here when you're just near it, instead of needing to scan every screen. So yeah, I think I'm okay using a controller for now. X to display the text. Yeah, that's always a nice feature. When you can't read something here, you can like... Oh, and it even translates it. Wagen das schlagende Herz Europas, I think. Something like that. The beating heart of Europe. Yeah, that's neat. Can't flip it around. And we can't pass by this one dude taking up the entire sidewalk. Yeah. There's no run button or anything. Maybe that's later on. Like, this is just the prologue. Even though she said, oh no, I'm gonna be late, and then she walks at this pace. Kind of odd. Would have made sense to introduce the running mechanic. Yep, not much else going... Hello? Going on here. Okay, there you go. Little awkward going upstairs. It's just like a normal animation playing out. Oh, there we go. Now we can run. Look at her go.
Looks like everyone left in a hurry. Oh my goodness, they must all be waiting for me on the square.
Everyone is waiting for you, huh? Ooh, now I'm seeing that chromatic aberration. I do not like it. Yeah, like up on the sign at the top left, you could see it, like, just making it look very blurry and not very good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that off, I think. Generally, anything that lowers image quality, like film grain, motion blur, vignetting, things like that, not really something I care about when making videos. Oh, secondary objectives. Throughout the adventure, you will sometimes be given secondary objectives. There is no obligation for you to accomplish these objectives, but if you do, they will lead you to interesting additional content and background information. Okay. Strike one there. Not a good first impression. Beware that active secondary objectives will be cancelled if you progress throughout the story before accomplishing them. Stay alert and do not hesitate to get off beaten tracks. Alright. And there's no, like, secondary page, so just skip this. Investigate the ghetto is our secondary objective. Are you kidding me? Oh yeah, we also have, like, hints and objectives. So up is objective.
I need to hurry. Frau Beckmann said she will be waiting for me on the square at the top of the main street.
And what is down? I see. It's just that. Okay. I mean, that's not really a hint, so... Yeah, that's just, like, your objective again.
Not bad at all.
Steal it.
I wonder if Papa would sell it in his shop, though.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, I just noticed some bad, like, streaks. Oh, man. Talos Principle 2 has, like, ruined me now. Now I'm just noticing, like, bad rendering things happening everywhere. I think this is TAA, but I tried playing without TAA, and I just thought it looked even worse. So I don't know. Hold on. Let me try this. I just saw some, like... Yeah, this is so flickery. Ah, man. Yeah, that's a shame. It's like the other anti-aliasing options make it look very flickery and grainy, but TAA gives you, like, ghosting and streaks behind characters sometimes when it's, like, rendering behind them when you run like that. I don't know if you can see it. You can see, like, her somehow influencing the wall behind her like that, which, yeah, that shouldn't happen. Things like that. Oh, well. So I guess this is the ghetto. Sure, let's take our sweet time looking at the ghetto.
Goodness. A rock?
Oh no. Vandals.
Are you alright?
None for the worse for wear. What worries me is it's getting worse every day.
That's what my father says.
Never mind, eh? Always look on the bright side. At least, it's prompted me to make some repairs that I've been putting off.
A true optimist.
Do you know who did this?
I've got a good idea, yes. Good-for-nothing hoodlums.
I see who you mean. They only feel big and strong when they're together, though.
Her hand is clipping through her hand.
But people like that can be dangerous when they're driven by an ideal. Especially when it's based on hate and the rejection of other cultures.
You preach, man.
And they hold no love for Vagarans, that's for sure.
I guess I'm a Vagaran too?
My parents and I are Vagarans.
Well, in that case, I wish you well. Troubled times are these, young lady. For people like us. Enough talk of nastiness.
Yeah, we're like 2 minutes into the game and we're already talking about racism.
I see you're carrying a music case. Would you be the lucky young lady who's to enchant our ears this year?
I am. And I should go. It's nearly time.
Well, let me congratulate you first. Music is one of the few pleasures left to us nowadays. So, thank you, Fraulein. Thank you for spreading it around. Would you like to do me the honor of writing something in the cement before you go? I'll add the date like they do in Hollywood. It's all the rage these days, you know.
Yeah, all the kids are doing it.
Unless you're worried, it would make you late.
Do it. Draw a bass clef, draw a Vagan swan, draw my initials. I don't know. Do we have time? Is this timed? I don't know if this is timed. Because in Syberia 3, there were time choices, right? But I think you could, like, see when they were timed. But man, what do we want? I mean, just like a bass clef would be, like, nice, I guess. Can you really draw a Vagan swan? But, like, if I'm a musician... Sure, let's do a bass clef.
All right. I will.
Here you go.
Don't make me do it myself. Leave a trace. Draw something for the bookseller in the wet cement.
A bass clef. Drawn by the hand of a budding virtuoso. Very fitting considering what awaits you on the square.
That's what I
Thank
thought.
you, Mynheer. I really should go now if I don't want to be late at the Music Academy.
I'll be listening from here.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. Use the right stick to look around. Oh, okay. This part, maybe I'll just do both. Maybe we'll do, like, part controller when running around and then mouse when there's stuff like this. Because, like, this looks easier to just do on a mouse.
Fiasco, I'll still have left my mark here for posterity. What's the point of damaging books? It's disgraceful. Same thing happened last month to the shop of Papa's friend, Herr Zimmer.
And that's everything, I guess? Yeah. So how would you run with a mouse? Double click? Yeah, I guess double click. Because you can't just like hold... You can hold shift, but yeah. Are you really going to want to hold shift while just pressing the mouse for the entire game? Oh man, yeah. This rendering is rough. And the performance is not very good in the first place, I noticed. Like
The
it's...
ghetto. Mama and Papa often
It's
talk
just a
about
bit
it when
over
they think I'm
60,
not
basically.
listening. They say that more and more Vagarians are being forced to live here. Anyway, I'd better not hang around or I'll end up being late at the square.
Yeah, you say that. And yet we can spend as long as we want. Oh, achieve your first secondary goal. Parallel investigation. I've done it. I think those two were just the same.
Is it that
Oh.
late already? Frau Beckmann will kill me if I don't get to the square on time.
Hey guys, what's up?
Damn bloody Vagarian.
Just a casual fascist supporter.
The National Socialist Party of Ostertal. I think that's what Papa calls the Brown Shadow. Nothing but yobs in uniform, according to him. I'd better not hang around here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That must be her. Good grief.
We might even have to just, like, leave it off here for the first one. Just to have it a little shorter so I can make sure everything is recorded and rendered and all of that well. That there are no issues. I mean, there are kind of visual issues, but I think this is the best we're gonna get in this game. And yeah, we'll see how the performance holds up. So far, it's fine. The voice acting is good. Better than I remember Syberia 3 being. And yeah, I don't know what this is, like why we're here, if this is a flashback, and yeah, when we're gonna get back to Kate Walker and like the main story. But I guess they're gonna tie these together in some way, though. Yeah, I'm not sure about the timeline. We'll see. But I will keep trying it, for now anyway. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.